It's Week 7 of the National Football League. And we're going to look at J.J. McCarthy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other 2/3, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now Purdy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And during the entire pre-draft run-up, when people talked about J.J. McCarthy, you heard 3 words mentioned over and over again: accurate, efficient, winner. 27-1 as a starting quarterback at Michigan and won a national title in his final season. But there's more to him than just that. This is a supreme athlete, a supreme competitor with a bigger arm than people understand. I expect him to be very successful as a starting quarterback.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. To the air with McCarthy. He's got some room to operate. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Tolbert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On the return is Jones. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Running right, this is Gainwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
3rd and 2. Back to throw, Purdy. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to White. There's the stiff arm. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Vikings at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Running out of the gun with White. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You talk about this Lions defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Call it no gain on the play as it takes us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Got Dobbs over the middle. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Purdy from the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1.
At the 43-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. In motion, that's Tolbert. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Monty Rice buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. In motion, that's Tolbert. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there. Getting a hand on it was Nate Hobbs.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Purdy. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down is right.
Purdy now to throw. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Purdy. To the sideline and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Trenton Gill now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
At the 32-yard line.
In motion, that's Tolbert. McCarthy off the play fake.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First down, here's White. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So out now come the Lions.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. That's sacked by the D-end, Danico Autry.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Outright, he finds Tolbert.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Open man right side is Shark. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
the 41.
In motion, that's Tolbert. They'll look to throw again. Tolbert hauls in the out route. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again, McCarthy. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. To the air with McCarthy. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visiting Texans who were able to come away with the road victory. Bryce Young, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just 1 game coming in. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Joe Mixon, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Nico Collins, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by the rookie from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Throwing is McCarthy. to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's caught at the 1. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, it makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Purdy. There's a screen with Gainwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Purdy. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the 1st down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Purdy. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Purdy looking to throw. Eight yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Will Mallory, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field.
But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out comes Minnesota. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. In motion, that's Tolbert. Back to throw. McCarthy. That's into the hands of Tolbert. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing here, Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. That one complete. He found Sharp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Joseph Osai there on the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coleman, the man in motion left. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Purdy. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So a change of possession here on the punt. So now the Lions down by 6. A minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Purdy. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danico Autry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here's Purdy to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away and it throws incomplete. Here we go. This is fourth down. Throwing Purdy. Wow, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll come up first and 10 here. Purdy to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Purdy with one final shot here. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.